Mindset shapes victory. The way we think directly influences the way we live. Our mindset is the lens through which we view the world. It determines how we approach challenges, handle adversity, and ultimately how we achieve success. One of the most powerful truths in life is that winners think differently, not just in their approach, but in their outlook on life. They don't see challenges as roadblocks. They see them as opportunities waiting to be seized. This shift in perspective is a fundamental factor in how victory is achieved. Winners understand that the obstacles in their path are not meant to stop them. Instead, they view difficulties as a natural part of the journey. Life, by its very nature, is filled with ups and downs. But it's how we interpret and respond to these moments that separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Those who think like winners approach setbacks not with despair, but with determination. They recognize that every challenge carries within it the seeds of personal growth. The reason why winners think differently is because they understand that failure is not final. Every time they face a difficult situation, they are not discouraged or defeated. They are driven to dig deeper, to learn, and to become stronger. It's easy to give in when life doesn't go as planned. It's tempting to feel that the universe is conspiring against us, especially when things aren't unfolding in the way we envisioned. But winners do not fall prey to this kind of thinking. Instead of letting problems define them, they let their responses to these problems define who they are. The difference lies in perception. Winners choose to perceive the challenges as opportunities to learn, to adapt, and to grow. For them, a challenge is simply the world's way of helping them become who they were always meant to be. They don't see difficulties as something to be avoided. They embrace them. In this way, every obstacle becomes a stepping stone toward greater success. While others may focus on the negative aspects of a situation, winners focus on how they can turn the situation around. It's this mental shift that often leads them to places of achievement that others never reach. An important aspect of this mindset is the belief in one's ability to overcome whatever comes their way. It's not about the absence of fear or doubt, but rather about having the courage to push forward despite those feelings. Winners are not immune to feelings of uncertainty, but they have conditioned their minds to face challenges head-on. They do not wait for the perfect conditions to take action. They understand that waiting for everything to be ideal will only lead to procrastination. Success, they know, comes to those who take action in the midst of uncertainty. Furthermore, winners tend to have a sense of gratitude for the challenges they face. While it might sound counterintuitive, they know that without obstacles, there is no growth. If everything was smooth and easy, there would be no need for perseverance, resilience, or the qualities that define a person's character. Struggles shape who we are. They test our strength, our resolve, and our ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Each challenge forces us to dig deeper within ourselves, to find new solutions, and to discover aspects of our character we never knew existed. The key to thinking like a winner is realizing that challenges are part of life's design. They aren't a sign that you're on the wrong path. They're a sign that you are moving forward. Winners embrace these moments because they know that these trials build their endurance. They build their capacity to endure hardship and come out on the other side stronger, wiser, and more capable. Winners also know that the way they perceive their challenges will affect their outcomes. Those who look at obstacles as roadblocks will inevitably stop at the first sign of difficulty. However, those who view challenges as opportunities will keep moving forward. They understand that every time they conquer an obstacle, they grow. This mindset propels them towards success because it fuels their determination. With every problem they solve, they gain confidence in their ability to solve the next one. This belief in themselves, in their ability to overcome any situation, is what drives them to persist when others would quit. In life, we cannot control every situation that comes our way. We cannot dictate the events that will unfold. We do have the power to control how we respond. The mindset of a winner is rooted in the understanding that no matter the circumstances, they have the power to control their response. They refuse to let external circumstances dictate their internal peace or their progress. Instead, they take responsibility for their thoughts and actions. They actively choose to think in ways that will bring them closer to their goals. When you adopt this mindset, you stop seeing problems as barriers. You start seeing them as stepping stones, each one leading you closer to your ultimate destination. The winners in life do not walk an easy path. They walk a path filled with challenges, but they embrace those challenges with open arms, knowing that victory lies in the way they think and respond. Action reflects belief. One of the most profound truths in life is that your actions are a direct reflection of your beliefs. What you truly believe about yourself, about your capabilities, and about the world around you will determine how you act, what decisions you make, and ultimately what you achieve. The connection between belief and action is not a simple one. It is deeply intertwined, and understanding this relationship is key to achieving success. Winners understand that their beliefs shape their reality. If you believe that you can succeed, your actions will align with that belief. If you believe that success is out of reach, or that you're not capable of achieving your goals, your actions will reflect that lack of belief. This is not just a theory or a motivational concept. It is a principle that governs the lives of all successful people. When you truly believe in your potential, your mindset shifts. You no longer hesitate or second-guess yourself when it comes time to act. You approach challenges with confidence, knowing that you are capable of overcoming whatever stands in your way. Why? Belief provides the foundation upon which action is built. It's impossible to take bold, decisive steps if you don't believe that those steps will lead you to success. Without belief, you're left with hesitation, doubt, and fear, which paralyze progress. For example, consider an individual who aspires to start their own business. If they truly believe in their ability to succeed, their belief will drive them to take the necessary actions to make their vision a reality. They will seek out resources, network with others, learn new skills, and stay committed even when faced with setbacks. But if this person doesn't believe in their ability to succeed, they might procrastinate, make excuses, or avoid taking the necessary steps altogether. Their lack of belief will cause them to hold back, resulting in inaction or minimal effort. Belief is not something that can be faked. You cannot simply wish for success and hope that it will come without doing the work. The belief in your own capabilities must be real, and it must be strong. When you truly believe that you can accomplish something, you are motivated to take the actions necessary to bring it to fruition. Your belief becomes the driving force that propels you forward, even in the face of obstacles or challenges. This is why successful people often speak of resilience and perseverance. They are able to keep moving forward because their belief in their own success remains unwavering. On the other hand, when you lack belief in yourself, your actions will mirror that doubt. You may hold back when it comes to taking risks, or you may avoid situations where you might fail. Fear of failure becomes a powerful barrier that stops you from taking the necessary actions to move forward. And the longer you allow this lack of belief to persist, the more it will hinder your progress. Inaction becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because you don't believe you can succeed, you don't take action, and because you don't take action, you don't succeed. Winners understand that in order to achieve anything of significance, they must act in alignment with their beliefs. They do not wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. Instead, they move forward with confidence, knowing that each step they take brings them closer to their goals. They trust that their actions, no matter how small, will create momentum and eventually lead to success. This is a key component of the winner's mindset: belief in oneself, followed by deliberate, purposeful action. The belief-action connection is especially evident in times of adversity. When challenges arise, it is easy to become discouraged, to feel overwhelmed, or to question whether success is even possible. But winners do not allow temporary setbacks to erode their belief in themselves. Instead, they act despite the fear, despite the doubt, and despite the obstacles in their way. They understand that success is not a straight line. It is a series of twists, turns, and detours. Their belief in themselves and their goals is what gives them the strength to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult. Another important aspect of this connection between belief and action is that your beliefs influence the quality of your actions. If you believe that you are capable of achieving great things, your actions will reflect that belief in the quality and consistency of your efforts. You will put in the work, you will stay disciplined, and you will approach your goals with an unwavering commitment. On the other hand, if you doubt your abilities, your actions will be half-hearted or inconsistent. You might do just enough to get by, but you won't push yourself to your full potential. The relationship between belief and action is a powerful one, and it is not something that can be overlooked. If you want to achieve great things in life, you must first believe that you are capable of achieving them. Once that belief is in place, you will naturally begin to take the actions necessary to bring your goals to life. And as you take those actions, your belief will be reinforced. The more you act in alignment with your beliefs, the more confident you will become in your ability to succeed. In conclusion, belief is the foundation upon which all action is built. Without belief, there can be no decisive action. Winners understand this principle and use it to propel themselves forward. They believe in their potential, and that belief drives them to take action, even when the path is uncertain. Their actions reflect their belief, and their belief fuels their progress. If you want to achieve success, remember this: your actions will always reflect your beliefs. So believe in yourself and let that belief guide you to victory. Greatness is a choice. One of the most empowering truths in life is that greatness is not something reserved for the few. It is a choice that anyone can make. It's easy to think of greatness as a rare trait bestowed upon a select few individuals, those who seem to have all the right circumstances, talents, or opportunities. But the reality is that greatness is not a matter of luck or fate. It's a matter of decision. It is a conscious, deliberate choice that each person must make if they wish to achieve something extraordinary in their lives. The power of choice is one of the greatest gifts we have as human beings. Every day we are presented with countless decisions, big and small, that shape the trajectory of our lives. Whether we are choosing how to respond to adversity, how to approach a challenge, or how to treat others, each decision is an opportunity to choose greatness. And while circumstances, talents, and opportunities may play a role in a person's life, it is the choices they make that ultimately determine their destiny. Greatness begins in the mind. It starts with a belief in your own potential, a belief that you are capable of achieving more than what the world may expect of you. This belief does not come from external validation or approval. It comes from within. When you choose to believe that you are worthy of greatness, you are opening the door to possibilities that others may not see. You are acknowledging that you have the power to shape your own future and that your dreams are within reach. This decision to believe in your potential is not always an easy one. In fact, it can be one of the hardest decisions you will ever make. The world is filled with voices, both external and internal, that will try to convince you that greatness is not for you. You may face doubts from others, or even from within yourself, telling you that you are not capable, not worthy, or not smart enough. But those voices are nothing more than distractions from your true potential. Greatness is not reserved for the flawless or the perfect. It is for those who are willing to rise above their fears, doubts, and imperfections. The decision to embrace greatness means choosing to rise above mediocrity. It means refusing to settle for a life of average achievements and unfulfilled potential. It's easy to live a life that is comfortable, predictable, and free of risk, but that is not the path to greatness. The path to greatness requires stepping out of your comfort zone, taking risks, and facing challenges head-on. It means choosing to put in the hard work, the effort, and the discipline required to achieve your highest goals. When you make the choice to pursue greatness, you are committing to a journey that will test your character, your resilience, and your determination. This journey is not always easy or smooth. There will be times when you question whether it's worth it, times when you feel like giving up, and times when the obstacles seem too great to overcome. But greatness is not about avoiding challenges. It is about having the courage to face them and continue moving forward. It is about staying committed to your vision, even when the road gets tough. One of the keys to embracing greatness is understanding that setbacks are not failures. They are simply part of the process. When you encounter obstacles, you have a choice. You can allow them to discourage you, or you can choose to learn from them and keep going. The most successful people in life are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail, learn from their mistakes, and keep trying. Greatness is about perseverance, about getting up every time you fall and continuing to push forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. Greatness also requires a sense of purpose. It's not enough to simply desire success for the sake of success. You must have a reason for pursuing your goals. What is it that drives you? What is the vision that you are working toward? When you choose greatness, you are choosing to align your actions with a higher purpose, a purpose that transcends your personal ambitions. Whether it's serving others, leaving a legacy, or contributing to something greater than yourself, greatness is often born out of a sense of meaning and fulfillment. The decision to pursue greatness also means choosing discipline over convenience. Success doesn't come by chance or by wishful thinking. It comes through consistent effort, hard work, and sacrifice. Many people dream of success, but few are willing to put in the work required to make those dreams a reality. Choosing greatness means prioritizing your goals over short-term pleasures, making sacrifices, and remaining focused on the bigger picture. It means having the self-control to stay committed, even when distractions or temptations arise. It's important to recognize that greatness is not about achieving perfection. It's about continuous improvement. When you choose greatness, you are choosing a journey of personal growth, where every step forward brings you closer to the best version of yourself. You are choosing to challenge yourself, to push your limits, and to evolve. This journey may not be easy, but it is always worth it, because the person you become in the process is the true reward. Lastly, greatness is not a destination, it is a way of life. It is not something you achieve once and for all. It is something you embody every single day. The choice to pursue greatness is a daily commitment, a decision you make every morning when you wake up and decide to give your best. It is reflected in how you approach each task, how you treat others, and how you overcome challenges. Greatness is not about being better than others. It is about being the best version of yourself. In conclusion, greatness is a choice that anyone can make. It is not determined by your circumstances or your starting point. It is determined by your willingness to believe in your potential, to face challenges head-on, and to work tirelessly toward your goals. The path to greatness is not easy, but it is one of the most rewarding journeys you can take. So choose greatness today. Choose to believe in yourself. Choose to rise above mediocrity and choose to pursue your dreams with unwavering commitment. The choice is yours and it will shape your future. The battle is won in the mind. One of the most profound realities of success is that it is not won in the external world, but in the mind. The battlefield for victory is not out there in the physical world alone. It begins within the mind. To about ourselves, our goals, And the challenges we face is what determines our ability to overcome obstacles and achieve our dreams. Our thoughts shape our reality, and therefore, the battle for success is won or lost long before we ever take action in the external world. The power of the mind is often underestimated. It is easy to focus on the practical steps required to achieve success, the hard work, the effort, the external resources, while overlooking the most crucial element, the mindset. What we believe about ourselves and our circumstances plays a vital role in determining how we respond to challenges, how persistent we are in the face of adversity, and ultimately, whether or not we will achieve our goals. The mind is the starting point for every decision and every action. Our thoughts shape our perceptions, and our perceptions shape our actions. If we think that something is impossible, we are unlikely to even attempt it. If we think that we are not good enough or not capable of success, we will hesitate, procrastinate, and even avoid taking action altogether. Our beliefs determine our level of confidence and our willingness to step outside of our comfort zones. If we don't believe that we can succeed, we will not act with the courage necessary to overcome the challenges that lie ahead. On the other hand, when we believe that success is possible and that we are capable of achieving it, our actions will reflect that belief. We will approach challenges with a sense of optimism and determination, knowing that no matter how difficult the journey, we have the strength and ability to persist. This belief in ourselves and in our potential becomes the driving force behind everything we do. It fuels our motivation, empowers our actions, and propels us forward, even when the road ahead is uncertain. The mind is the filter through which we interpret the world around us. It is where we decide whether a setback is a failure or an opportunity to learn. It is where we choose to view challenges as obstacles or stepping stones. This is why the most successful people in life tend to have a mindset that is focused on possibilities rather than limitations. They do not see failure as a permanent state, but as a temporary setback, a lesson to be learned, and an opportunity to grow. They understand that every obstacle they face is an opportunity to become better, stronger, and more capable. The key to overcoming the mental battles that often hold us back is to change the way we think. The mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be our greatest enemy if we allow negative thoughts, doubt, and fear to take control. One of the most important steps towards achieving success is to develop the ability to control your thoughts and to focus on the positive, empowering beliefs that will support your goals. The mind can either be your greatest ally or your greatest adversary, depending on how you train it. A significant aspect of winning the battle in the mind is the ability to recognize and challenge negative self-talk. We all have an inner critic, a voice that tells us we are not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable of achieving our dreams. This inner critic often arises in moments of doubt or uncertainty, and it can be incredibly powerful in undermining our confidence and determination. However, successful people have learned how to silence that voice and replace it with empowering thoughts that encourage them to take action, to keep moving forward, and to believe in their ability to succeed. The key is not to eliminate negative thoughts completely, but to manage them and not allow them to dictate your actions. A winner's mindset is one that remains focused on the end goal, even when the journey is difficult. When we face setbacks or experience failure, it is easy to get discouraged and allow the mind to focus on what went wrong. But winners understand that setbacks are not permanent and that every failure is simply a part of the process. They do not allow negative experiences to dictate their future actions. Instead, they use those experiences to learn, to adapt, and to grow. This ability to remain focused on the big picture and not get bogged down by temporary failures is a hallmark of those who achieve great success. Visualization is another powerful tool for winning the battle in the mind. When we visualize our goals, we are training our minds to believe that they are achievable. By picturing ourselves successfully overcoming obstacles, achieving our dreams, and living the life we desire, we are programming our minds for success. This process helps to create a sense of confidence and certainty that enables us to take action and persist even in the face of adversity. The more vividly we imagine our success, the more our mind believes it is possible. And when our mind believes something is possible, it will push us toward making it a reality. Furthermore, the battle in the mind is not just about believing in success. It is also about maintaining the right mindset during the inevitable challenges and setbacks that arise. Life is not a straight path, and success is rarely achieved without facing obstacles. In fact, challenges are a natural part of the process. Winners understand that adversity is not a sign of failure. It is simply a part of the journey. They view challenges as opportunities to strengthen their resolve, sharpen their skills, and grow as individuals. They know that the road to success is rarely easy, but with the right mindset, they can navigate any obstacle that comes their way. In conclusion, the battle for success is won in the mind. It is our thoughts, beliefs, and mindset that ultimately determine whether we succeed or fail. By developing a positive, empowering mindset, we can overcome the obstacles and setbacks that life throws our way. We can choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth, and we can choose to believe in our ability to succeed. When we win the battle in our minds, we unlock the potential to achieve greatness in all areas of our lives. The mind is a powerful force, and when we harness its power, there is no limit to what we can accomplish.